Welcome to or welcome back to the channel, guys. A new DLC is out, so you know it's time to content farm. give an honest review of the update. This is the first video of this style that we're going to be doing on the channel, so I'll explain how we're going to rank and review it. We're first reviewing how fun the mission is, how much it pays, the longevity and replayability, and finally reviewing the new vehicles. Then we're going to give them an overall number ranking, 1 being the worst, 100 being the best. As always, timestamps are down in the description, and subscribe if you like what I do. Let's not waste any time. There are 5 prep missions which follow the basics, steal the equipment from other companies, and bring it back sort of play style. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. The first prep up and running was actually really fun and quick. We drove a bike up a mountain, shot down the power line, watched stuff get blown up, and playing through this I was super hyped to see what was next. And then I saw what was next. Specifically, the mogul and intel setups were super dragged out and long. Now, I don't mind a long prep. Take the casino heist for example. Great finale, so I'm okay with having a long prep, but these preps were so annoying. Now, I was doing this solo, so maybe it's better on duo, but they still took me a while. The first half of the mogul was fine. I actually love flying around, which is one of the reasons I had fun with this mission, but the second half was annoying and long, not to mention that you have the option to steal a second plane, which I did, but I still don't really know how much of a difference it makes in the finale. Now, the intel was the worst prep mission I ever had to do, literally only because we had to swim through the deep ocean to find 4 crates that are barely visible. I had to watch a YouTube video for the locations, and all of the comments were saying the same thing. Thank God the finale makes up for this, because I'll be honest, I had a ton of fun shooting the Titan down. I'm glad Rockstar didn't make us fly for the first half of this mission, because we fly later, and that would have made this feel super long. We had to gun down the tanky Titan while Oscar flies. I saw a few people complaining about how long it took, but honestly, it's a big ass plane, so you know, what do they expect? The finale definitely made up for the long preps. I'll give it an 81 on the fun score, which is better than average. The pay on normal is not that great. I did a breakdown in one of my shorts, which some of you may have watched, but for the people that didn't, I'll summarize it. On normal, you get around 515,000, and it took me about an hour and 20 minutes for everything, basically making me 376,000 per hour and $6,280 per minute. Not that good compared to many other businesses. If this was to pay every time, I don't see this ever going in my grinding rotation, but on hard mode, we get a big boost. This time, you get around 815,000 for the same amount of time, which makes you 596,000 per hour and $9,900 per minute. Now, this puts this mission up there with the Cluck and Bell farm raid and similar jobs. If we run the calculation, it basically takes you 2 playthroughs, one on normal and one on hard, to break even for the cost of the hangar. This isn't really bad when we think about it. Past DLCs have given us things like the bail office, which comes with many upgrades but not many opportunities to profit. You really have to grind to make money. So 2 jobs for this doesn't sound that bad. 800k every time after this is a pretty good amount of money, not to mention that you'll probably do it faster each time because you get better at the preps. Now, this is getting an 84 on the money scale only because it does come with some startup costs, which makes it not so good for beginners. This brings us right into longevity. Will this mission be replayed and added into your grinding rotation? Let me know down in the comments, and for me, I see this as something I pick up and return to once in a while, just something to do when I'm bored. I've frequently done streams where I grind to a certain amount of money, and there's already so many things to play between gambling, between Cayo, Perico, Cluck and Bell, nightclub, bunker, even the salvage yard. I already have a pretty good rotation going. It feels like there's a lot of businesses and missions right now, so this may get pushed down to the bottom. This is definitely an opinionated question, but for me, I see many other businesses that I'll just be playing instead. I'm not saying that I'm going to completely forget about this. I'll probably play it a few more times this month, but I definitely won't grind it, so it gets a 72 on the longevity scale. Moving away from the mission aspect of the DLC, we also get an option to request work from Oscar. We've seen this a million times before, but it's still not that bad. It's a quick 7-minute mission for 40k, which comes down to $5,700 per minute. Obviously, this isn't a main point of the DLC, but it's a good little addition to include. I found it fun, and it wasn't anything crazy, but it doesn't need to be. It's just a quick contact mission. I don't see myself really playing these in the future, but they're always going to be there for people to grind, and that's not a terrible thing. Now, let's talk about the vehicles that this DLC brought us. I genuinely bought all of these to review, and if you were in stream, you watched the grind. I'm going to review these all individually and then give a total score. First up, we have the Western Duster. It's a fast little plane with good handling. You could do these quick barrel rolls real close to the ground. It was pretty fun. It goes for 1 million, but it doesn't have any other functions besides what I just mentioned. It's low-key durable. I crash landed it too, and it kind of survived. I'm gonna give this a 60 because I can't see myself or many other people really using it ever. The Iron Mule helicopter is up next, and this one is really fun. It's a bit pricey, coming in at 2.3 million, and is real big. This thing is a heavy-duty helicopter. I first went around trying to kidnap NPCs in their cars, but that didn't really work until I came across this ambulance. I didn't know what to do next, so I decided to drop the ambulance on an unsuspecting player in the lobby. This is genuinely so fun, bro. I don't know why. I'm giving it a 77 just because I don't see a lot of other people finding use from this. The last one is the vehicle that everyone wanted to see, the Titan 250D. Now, this thing is a behemoth of a plane, and it comes with a big ass gun that's perfect for blowing shit up. It's very, very pricey, coming in at basically $5 million. Now, I saved up for this, but I can't see people going out just impulse buying this. I'm gonna give it a 76 because it's cool, but it's real expensive. And sadly, we didn't get any cars coming out of this DLC, so I'm gonna just have to give the vehicles in total a 67. To wrap this all up, the whole DLC is gonna get an 81. It wasn't the worst, it wasn't the best, but it's still pretty good. It was a real small DLC, and I'm happy with what we got. Obviously, it's just my opinion, and you can leave yours in the comments. You could absolutely hate it, you can absolutely love it, but let me know what you think. And if there's anything I missed, let me know. I'm definitely excited to see what Rockstar's gonna do in the future, and I've been having a ton of fun on GTA Online again, just messing around and doing the little things. I hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe if you want GTA 6.